You can run, but you can't hide forever.
If you're involved in a gang, it doesn't matter what side of town you're going to be in. At some point, you're going to run into us.
Especially when you got the law on your heels.
We may not have gotten you today, but we'll get you tomorrow.
Why you're being picked up today, sir?
No, ma'am.
No idea?
No, ma'am.
Really?
No, ma'am. I just got out of jail.
For the San Antonio Police Department's gang unit, seeing the spike in shootings during December put them in a clear path to find the missing link that tied it all together.
We believe it also related to the sales of drugs and trying to corner that particular market or turf or whatever you want to call it, because they're making a lot of money.
Most of the shootings also involved firearms, gang affiliation, and repeat offenders. Knowing that, detectives came up with a plan.
We gather every bit of information through our intelligence unit, and what we do is connect the dots, so to speak.
Key to their intensive investigation is the help of the community.
They're the first people that we look to for information, because in reality, they're the ones that have to live there.
But getting people to testify against gang members and criminals is another thing. Knowing this, the gang unit's job was to become the complainant, hitting the streets with a gang unit, U.S. Marshals with a full blessing of their headquarters in Washington, D.C., to launch Operation Triple Beam Alliance. Fox San Antonio cameras rode exclusively with gang officers for over 200 hours in 10 weeks. Officers' constant contact with both law-abiding citizens.
Hello. How are y'all doing?
And those who are out to break the law.
Apparently it was just a little more than traffic stuff. Apparently he had some marijuana.
In some cases led to information that was then used by investigators.
We recognized the passenger of the vehicle immediately. He's somebody we've dealt with in the past.
What may seem like a simple traffic stop by a uniformed officer, in many cases became the catalyst that allowed gang unit detectives to get thousands in cash, drugs, weapons, and repeat offenders off the streets of San Antonio.
So much work, dedication. They're very professional, and they basically get the job done.
One of these stops led the gang unit to an apartment where they had what some say is one of the largest amount of crack seized in one place. A total of 21 cookies or 42 ounces of crack were found. The value estimated close to $70,000. DEA agents would assist in identifying the source of drugs, some coming into San Antonio from as far away as Mexico. Weapons found are also being traced with the help of the ATF, but the drugs and the weapons don't sell themselves. That's where the probation department joined in the operation with more aggressive probation checks.
I put that camera on my face.
If you're not going to abide by your conditions of probation, then we'll have a place for you, whether it's Bexar County Jail or the penitentiary.
The sight of so many officers arriving to do a probation check in some cases was enough to scare some who weren't even on the list. For some, their new crimes would put them in federal custody, where the amount of drugs, weapons, gang affiliation, and criminal record could put them away for life. In their world of crime, money is everything, so those found guilty will also be hit where it hurts, in the pocketbook.
We're not selling drugs to make money to put into a 401k. They're spending money on cars, on houses, boats, planes, weapons.
And if you allowed your property to be used to commit a crime, you could also have it taken away.
Homes where drugs were being sold out of. It used to be that those houses were sort of off limits. That's no longer the case.
They get better at what they do sometimes, and we have to just evolve too and grow with it.
And the better the training, the more criminals they can catch. We ride along as law enforcement round them up. Next.